Alright, so questions I sometimes get asked as someone who works in a museum. What is this room? Right? So this little background, this room's from the year 1866. 1866, if you didn't know, year after the American Civil War ended, and year after, unfortunately, Abraham Lincoln was assassinated. So what is this room? This is a parlor. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, well, what the hell is a parlor? Because surely you're probably your place. I know in my apartment, I don't say to people, oh, well, welcome to the parlor. Well, there's a reason for that. A parlor is basically like a fancy living room. It's where you come in and say, hey, like, want to come to my house? Someone say, sure. But you kind of want to show off a bit. You kind of want to flex. So you bring them to the parlor, right? Really cool shit here. Nice. Now, why do you call a living room now? Why don't we call a parlor? Well, the reason is kind of grim, believe it or not. So, yeah, back in the day, this would be where you go, like I said, show off and shit. Now, when you die, often the wake, whatever, will be in the parlor, the living area. Eventually, the term parlor became synonymous with funeral parlor for this reason. So, eventually, people are like, well, we don't really want to call it a parlor anymore. That doesn't really sound like nice. We don't want parlor, funeral parlor to be in the house, right? So, we changed it to living room, which sounds much nicer than parlor, which is associated with funeral parlor. So nowadays, if this were a modern house, this would be considered a living room. So that is, I guess, history of a living room also. And yeah, now, if you want to know that, now you know.